Here we are going to talk about another quick tip. This one is drive under garages. Okay? A lot of people think, well, I got a garage door on the front, I don't really need to worry about it. But we're going to show you a couple of real simple things here that are going to blow your mind if you've got a drive under garage, and pay attention to them, because chances are if you've got a home that's built in the 70s or even the 80s and even today, you're going to see something here that resonates and is going to say, I got to fix this. Okay, so here we've got a nice 1970s built bi-level home. You got a drive under garage, and these are real typical up here. But you know, one thing, we see a lot of snow, a lot of cold weather, and a lot of people think that these aren't as important to think about all the time as they are, but they truly are and can be an amazing amount or cause an amazing amount of heat loss. Why? Because you got a couple of things going on. See this softened area here? This is going to cause an area of air infiltration. How? Well, the air hits the side of the house and it's trying to go up this wall. What do you have above it? A conditioned space, probably a couple of bedrooms. And what we find is that as the heat gets pulled away from that area because it's coming out to the cold, hot goes to cold, we've talked about it before, you know, those floors are cold. So what do we need to do? We need to address this area perhaps. Maybe a little bit of closed cell spray foam up in here. This quick tip is going to take you all over with spray foam, and it can actually take you into retro foam too if you want to go that far. But these are just areas that I want you to really pay attention to if you happen to have a drive under garage. So let's take a look inside this garage, because there's a couple things I want to point out, and it goes a lot further than just energy conservation, okay? And I want to point out two things to you, and you may or may not think that they're as important as I do, but you know, I treat every house like it's my own, so I'm going to point them out anyway. Homeowner obviously realizes that they're having an issue with the heat upstairs coming to the cold downstairs. Why? Because they went ahead and finished this off the way that they did. There are some plumbing up in here, and I know that there's a couple things that they were concerned about in that respect. They've got a nice hot dog heater in here, which is an amazing way to keep a garage nice and warm. So obviously the homeowner knows what's going on. There are a couple things that we can change to make it better. You can go ahead and put something against the block wall. Inch or two of polystyrene would be a huge improvement. You fur the wall off again, put a spray foam on there, that'd be great. But really the unfortunate issue here is all of this, okay? It's finished. We know that there's a little bit of back insulation up in there, but it's really not the best product for what we're talking about. Why? Because, well, there's a couple things. Number one, it needs to be air sealed, okay? We don't want to have any kind of leaking between here and the outside elements, but more importantly, the conditioned space up above it. If you start your car up in this garage and you let it run to warm up, where's that exhaust going? Now, these people that own this house, I know them, they're smart, they don't do that. But a lot of people don't think about this, and it's something that I really find that needs to be brought up, so it's part of the quick tip that I don't want you to forget. But the ideal situation, expose this ceiling space, get rid of the open cell product that's up there, a couple inches of spray foam, air sealed. The feet are going to be warmer up above. The conditioned space is going to hold that heat that much better. It's not going to allow it to come down here to this cold space, and it's just going to be a huge improvement as far as the comfort level of the home.